when I do my groups, so I've just finished my 7-day, hi Roseanne, I've just finished a 7-day fat blast a couple of weeks ago, and we are currently on 7-day legs, bums, tums. We started today. We'll have this chat in the leg, bum, tums. I wanted to put that in there as well, but I couldn't do it somehow, but I'll tell them that they can come here and look. I want to do a wee chat about this, and what we talk about is cloud day. So you have this day where you've been doing all the kind of eating, not all the eating, I mean the healthy eating and exercise and stuff, and you're changing your diet, we're cutting out refined sugars, we're cutting out the simple stuff, we're having more sustainable, substantial foods to keep us full through the day, we're not snacking, we're thinking about our habits and stuff as well. Hi Emma Jane. So if you're watching, let me know. Say hi, and if you've got any questions as we go, please ask. So yeah, we talk about cloud day. There's always that day. So day 1, day 2, quite often we can feel this sort of detoxy effects, that you're maybe got a headache, you're feeling really tired, you're quite grumpy, you've not got a lot of energy, and that's just your body's way of clearing out, basically. I'm not a huge fan of using the word detox because I think it's a bit I just think it misrepresents what we're actually doing. So it lets the body function and do what it's supposed to do, as opposed to clearing out and dealing with all the crap that we eat and consume. So your liver and your kidneys. Hello Sarah, how are you? How are you feeling after Barflow this morning? Like a panda, just like Louise said. How funny. So yeah, we're clearing the body, letting it function and burn energy as it should be, as opposed to have the liver and kidneys working overtime to basically clear all the crap out of the body. We tend to have a day where we're kind of feeling that bit of a slump or that cloud, and then hopefully by about day 4, day 5, that cloud starts to lift and you can see the light. Basically, you're feeling much more energetic, your moods are better, you're feeling all the good onset of it. But on that cloud day, that's a lot of the time when people will just be thinking, oh God, no, this isn't worth it, I can't do it. Trying to get through that day is really, really important because it will have such a positive effect on you. Now, this cloud day might relate to you, but maybe you've had a cloud week in this in lockdown. Sorry, I need to get my phone charger. Since I've been in lockdown, I knew I should have charged it. A cloud week may have been happening. Hello, Holly. I don't know if that's going to stand there as well, so I might need to just hold it, yeah. If you've got that cloud week happening, where you've completely lost that mojo, you're spinning the plates, you're trying your best, and you're thinking, I'm just got nothing else to give. We had a bit of a change in dynamic in our house last week, and I definitely felt a lot like that, so I totally understand what you're going through at the moment. Sarah's laughing at my panda comment. I completely understand where you are with that at the moment, and spending lots of time on social media can make you feel a little bit more as if you're failing slightly, because people post what they want to post on social media. They don't really post saying how they are struggling with things. So one of the most important things to do is try to limit your time on social media, because all this negativity, if you're scrolling through and seeing all that negativity, it's going to go somewhere, it's going to go in there and it's going to stay there. So definitely had a cloud week last week and fell off healthy eating a bit, gave into chocolate and cake. Yep, and I'll talk about that in a wee minute as well, Jennifer. So yeah, all those negative things that you're seeing on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media platform it is that you're on definitely have an effect on you. So trying to limit the amount of time you're spending on that. If you are on things like that, try to look more positive things. Or if there is something that makes you roll your eyes quite often, or somebody, just block them and get them off your social media, because it's not doing you any good. So what type of thing is it that trying to figure out what it is that triggers? So Jennifer's just said she had a cloud week last week, or when you get that cloud day and you kind of fall off, what is it that triggers it? Is it your mood, or is it something happening, or is it just that you've got chocolate or cake or whatever it was in the house? Trying to figure out what it is that triggers it can make a huge difference, and then trying to adjust that. If it's a feeling, if you're feeling that you've just not got that motivation or whatever, think about what motivates you in the first place. So is it coming on and listening to a little chat from me or from somebody else, just doing a little bit of a workout to make you feel a wee bit better. And that could be 5 minutes, that's all it could be. Just moving the body a little bit, getting out for a walk at times like this when you're with your loved ones. Yes, we love them dearly, 24/7 for what are we on now, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, is tough. It's tough going. So making sure you get that time out by yourself, get out for a walk, have a laugh with your friends. So the girls yesterday, we had this chat yesterday between us, and that's what kind of spurred me to actually write about it last night in my email. It wasn't necessarily, I didn't go really full in depth on it. Your children, Jennifer, they're the trigger. Get them out. No, don't. Yeah, the trigger, definitely. So we had this wee chat, and I thought, I didn't go really in depth in the email last night. I just said, anyone that's feeling a bit like this, I totally get what you mean, and everybody's kind of feeling the same at the moment or has had times like that. But we yesterday, so one of the girls had said, we've got a group of 4 of us on a WhatsApp chat, and had said, oh, I'm really struggling this week, blah, blah, blah. And we were all just saying how we all felt the same. And then we just started to send little, Katrina's laughing. And then we began to sing little bits of songs to each other, like Friends theme tune and the Toy Story song, and just various things like that. And it did, Katrina, tell me, am I right? Did it cheer us up? Did it give us a laugh? Because it did me, and I think it did for you as well. I know Katrina was saying she had a tough week, and she left. I don't mean she left. She didn't leave our boys at home. She just went out for a walk and stuff and got a wee bit of time on her own, because I says definitely get that time, specifically if you're female. We will have certain weeks where we are definitely feeling it much more than other weeks, being in tune with that. So one of the reasons to absolutely, yeah, Katrina, one of the reasons to track your cycle is so that you know you're doing it for a ovulation point of view or not. Track your cycle so that you know those weeks that you are feeling that everything just gets a bit more intense, everything gets on top of you, you're a bit more irritable. Pinpoint those days that you need that time away, because it's to do with hormones. So if you're doing something to make yourself feel good, increasing the progesterone levels, because they change throughout the month. So increasing the progesterone levels is really important, and the way that we do that is by basically some self-care. That's going to differ between people. Some people don't find going for a walk self-care, some people find other things. So getting for a bath, just tell your family, listen, I need this time, I need to just go out for a walk or whatever, because it's actually for their benefit, safety. It's more for their benefit as well. So make sure they're on board with it, figure out when you need to do it, and yeah, do it, definitely do it. Getting the mojo back, as I say, it can be quite difficult to, people say, oh, you just get on with it, just give yourself a kick up the bum. That's a lot easier said than done. So sometimes you just need what motivates you, who can help you. Could you, in my group, could you reach out and say, I'm really struggling this week, because I'll be on there like, yep, I'm with you, I totally get you, and advising. So find somebody that you can do that with. Our groups, we have that quite often, trying to reduce the negativity thoughts all the time. And if something on social media is making you feel bad, then it's not worth it, so get rid of it. Try not to let have this conversation with everyone in my plans as well. So try not to let one day ruin everything. So if you, for example, Jennifer yesterday had cake and chocolate, yep, Sunday, but she just had to say, well, do you know what, I had that, the next day I'll just make sure I don't have it, or I have less of it. Not about cutting things out and not allowed that and not allowed this. It's just about finding that balance. It does sound really cliche, but it is about having that balance. So you are allowed to eat whatever you want. Just think about how much of it have you already had that day, or have you ate it all weekend, and should you maybe take a day or two off it. So try not to let one day kind of ruin it. Basically just say the next day, accept that it's happened. Don't think, oh my God, I had that chocolate bar, I feel terrible for it, right, I'm just going to have a packet of crisps instead. Try to, right, well, do you know what, I've done that, so I just need to move on from it. Move on to the next day, and then from there you just need to get a wee bit more motivated. And how you get motivated is it's really difficult to say that one thing isn't going to work for another person. It might just be doing that little bit of a workout, doing something, listening to something funny. Katrina, I think you need to, did that cut out there? Yeah, watching like a funny video on YouTube, chatting to your pals, and you would be like, oh yeah, I feel much better now, and then you feel a wee bit more motivated. Sometimes, I mean, yep, definitely feel. Good. Jennifer took measurements there after doing 3 weeks, lost inches from waist, hips and thighs, 2 inches from the thighs. Excellent, amazing, delighted with that. You should be delighted. Well done, Jennifer. That's great. That's good motivation as well, just to see how far you've come. Have that treat and then you are denying yourself. Yeah, of course, don't deny yourself things, because if you really want it, you're just going to crave it, and then when you eventually do give in, you'll give it into a much bigger scale, so you'll end up having that chocolate bar and that chocolate bar and that chocolate bar and that chocolate bar, and stealing the kids' chocolate bars. No, never. So yeah, definitely allow yourself things like that, and don't think that chocolate bar, if you had cake on Sunday, that is not going to ruin everything you've done for the last 2 or 3 weeks. All the running you've been doing, Jennifer, and all the fat blast stuff you've been doing, is not going to ruin it. That one chocolate bar is just trying to get that balance, and that just takes practice as well. Motivation, people always say what motivates you, but I kind of think that making it part of your lifestyle, and it's not like it's not an effort, because sometimes when you feel you have to be motivated, it's like it's an effort to do something. So trying to just get the exercise and nutrition as part of your routine, and then it's just you just do it. It's not like, right, I need to motivate myself to do this, because then it seems as more of an effort to do things, and when things feel more of an effort, then we generally don't keep to them, and yeah, we can kind of lose all our focus on it. So trying to just integrate it and make it, yeah, it's just natural that on a Monday I do bar flow class. Yeah, it's normal. On a Tuesday night I do trigger point Pilates. Yep, on a Wednesday I do this. That's just normal routine. Just now obviously we're completely out of a routine, and it's 1 day at a time. So just thinking, right, well, I'm definitely going to do this. Set yourself up, plan out your workouts, plan out your nutrition. Doing all that will really have an effect. And it's just the Mojo. Yeah, it's a hard one, because everybody's completely different. It's just finding those things, trying to stay positive, stay away from social media, get a good night's sleep, fuel yourself with good food, because that's all going to help your brain function as well. There was one other thing popped into my head there that I hadn't written down. I do kind of scribble down what I'm going to talk about, and I can't remember what it is now. What was it? And if results motivate you as well, like Jennifer's just posted there after the last 3 weeks, then do that. Try and keep your focus on the results. Try and keep your mind on them, and think, oh, I'm going to feel great when I do my measurements or whatever. And just trying to find something that motivates you. If you're needing help with it, in my FIF community, if you're not in the FIF community, we do chats in there, daily chats on my 7-day legs, bums, tums at the moment. So today, what did we talk about today? Can't even remember what we talked about today. Was it motivation still as well? Yeah, just getting up and doing it. It was, because I think it's kind of a recurring theme at the moment with so many people. So yeah, it's a difficult time. So trying to look at the positive sides of it, look and say, right, well, I do have a bit more time to exercise. Yes, I do have that. I do have this. I do have that. Rather than, oh, I can't do that. Oh, the kids. You can exercise with the kids. You can exercise around the kids when they're in bed or whatever as well. So trying to figure out the more positives rather than thinking about the net. I think that's the main thing I would say to take out of it, is turn it on its head and make it positive. Oh no, I had that chocolate bar. Well, you say, oh yeah, well, I had that chocolate bar. I feel good for having it, and I don't need to have one tomorrow. More positive. Things like that. So I've gone over. I try and keep this to 10 minutes, but I think I'm about 15 now, so I'll stop rattling. Hopefully that was helpful for you.